And hello to all of you out there. I am Big Meach, and this is a Big Meach moment, okay? And I wanted to come before you because I just want to address a couple of things, okay, that has spirit. And you may say that, okay, I may be in my feelings just a little bit, and that's okay, okay? Because quite frankly, I am. Y'all know I'm still processing the death of my son, and I'm on an emotional roller coaster right now. Okay, that's for starters. But let me go in here because I shared earlier today, just a few hours ago, that I went to go and get my first vaccination shot today. Okay. Now, what I also said was, damn, okay, I don't like feeling like I have to be forced to do something. Okay. Um, and because I put that up there, okay, I got comments in this damn little thing that has just brought me a little bit of pause. Okay. And it brought me pause because one of the things that I I'm trying to be cute because I understand where the people are, and I understand why folks are saying what they're saying. I get it. But at the same time, damn it, can I have my feelings? Okay, can I have my feelings? Okay. I said I don't like to be feeling as if I'm forced to do something. Okay. And so we give folks I got comments up in here. Um, wait a minute, let me go. Someone asked, why do you feel like you were forced? Aren't you interested in protecting yourself and those around you? Well, okay, let's answer that question directly. I've always been protecting myself and those around me. That's called universal precautions. Okay. Ever since this damn thing came about, it's always been wear your masks and carrying on. And in the beginning of all this, I had a thing about those masks. I was just like in the very, very, very beginning of it, I had this thing about them damn masks. I didn't feel like putting one on and carrying on just to go outside because I've always felt like it not that it was stifling me or whatever, but everybody looked like fucking bank robbers and criminals and shit. Okay. And I remember back at 9/11, and y'all may have heard me say this before. When we were dealing with the tragedies of 9/11 and carrying on, everybody got upset because the Muslim people, had their I think it's pronounced jahibs or jihabs on, and all you saw was their eyes and everything else was covered and carrying on. And at that particular time, we were calling them terrorists. We were calling them this. We were calling them all kinds of names, and how we were like, no, they need to come out of that. We need to see who they are. We need to. And so in the beginning of all this, I felt that way about these masks. Okay. And I had a moment at the post office. I went to the post office and I was like, okay, wait a minute. They're talking about 6 feet away, keep your distancing. And I went and I'm standing in line, and apparently I wasn't far enough back. And there was the way how this guy moved up away from me, honey. And I got in my feelings. And I'm like, fuck this. Let me go home because apparently it's me. Let me go home. Just let me hurry up so I can go home and like fuck this world and carry on because I don't want to be dealing with this. But that was in the very, very beginning of all of this when we had to wear the masks and things. Now we done got a little structured with it. We got a couple of, little designs, we bound them about, ain't that cute? Okay. I matter, and carrying on. We got all kinds of them, right? I got all kinds of Wonder Woman ones and this and this and this. So we got all kinds of little masks. So Do I protect myself, or aren't I interested in protecting myself and those around me? Of course I am. It's only one of me, baby. Of course am I interested? I'm beyond interested, honey. That's mandatory. I have to protect me. So in order to protect me, if it means staying the fuck away from everybody else, I will. Okay, which is for the most part what I do. I don't do a lot of stuff anymore. You know, I don't have a lot of company coming over here to my house either, as junky as it is. That might be the reason why I don't clean up. But you know, we have to make sure that all the doorknobs and stuff are done down. You know, I got all kinds of tea tree oil and I have little Melaleuca cleaning products. I got Pine Sol, I got bleach, I got ammonia. We got all kinds of hand sanitizers and stuff around here. I do what I have to do to make sure that I do what's best. Now, for those of you who are saying, someone said, if it took forcing you to live, I'm glad you're being forced. You will understand it better by and by. Okay. Now that comment, it's not about whether or not I'm living, okay, or being forced to live, because I'm gonna do that anyway. Okay. What folks are not hearing is that I was one about this damn vaccine. I wasn't going to take it right away. Okay. I wanted to wait another year in because I needed, for me, and this is just my own personal thing. I didn't put this on anybody. For those who went out and got it right away, I was glad that they did, because that's what makes them feel safe. For me, if this vaccine is the cat's meow, and if this vaccine is just the wonder drug and this, that, and the other, then why are we having such a hard time taking it out of emergency status and making it available as regular medicine? If this is the cat's meow, why have they not? It took them, they got this damn thing done quickly. This vaccine is only 8 months old. They got this damn thing done relatively quickly. And if they did that, you knew that we were going to have to do something for children, because eventually the kids were going to go back to school. Why have they not created a child's dose or find out what this is for children so that we can get the children vaccinated as well? Okay, knowing that we have all of this going through with schools and this, that, and other, and the whole debacle. Okay, now some of you may say, well, they're working on it, and you know, you just got to trust and believe the science. I trust and believe data when data is available. And right now, the data keeps changing. So for me, I was not rushing out to go and get this, okay? Why did I get it? For those of you who may be saying, well, hell, you went out and got it, what you bitching and moaning and complaining about, and why do you feel like you were forced? Okay. The reason why I feel like it was a forced decision on me is because my circle around me is closing in on me. And everything that I'm trying to do to advance myself, to move myself forward, in order for me to do it safely, in order for me to do it successfully, and in order for me to do it in a way that's going to be progressive, okay, everybody around me has been alluding to, okay, we need folks to be 100% vaccinated. I work here in the city of College Park, and some things that I do here with the city of College Park. Now, it's not been mandated. It has never been mandated yet. However, all of my circle, everything in my circle, everybody around me has been vaccinated. And so now the next step for us to do is to come off of the Zoom calls, and they're ready for us to come back into having our meetings and stuff face to face. Well, now I'm the one that's not vaccinated amongst everybody else. And in order to represent my ward the way I need to, and in order to be around everybody else, which most of them are senior citizens and things of that nature, my hands became tied, or was becoming tied, because now everybody else around me is vaccinated and I was going to be the weakest link. 2, I'm about to start traveling and carrying on. New York is one of the places that I'm going to be hitting soon. And the mayor of New York just said that September 13th is the cutoff date. If you are not vaccinated by September 13th, everywhere that you go in the city, honey, that, you know, a lot of the movie theaters are carrying on, you're going to have to carry your vaccination passport in order to get in. And if you don't, then you're not going to be able to partake in life and carry on and do the things that you need to do. Now, is that drastic? Hell, motherfucker, yeah, it's drastic. And I don't like being forced to have to sit down and say, oh, this is what we need to do in order to live. Because here's where this is. I'm saying that like this, because if we had done this right the first goddamn time, we wouldn't be here. See, here in Georgia, Georgia was the first state to open up every goddamn thing. And I stayed home then, and I was sitting up there saying, okay, we're doing this too quickly. We're not doing this the right way. Now, all of a sudden, those who are fully vaccinated, this new damn strain done came out. And now they saying whether you vaccinated or not, yeah, you can still get it, but you won't get the strain or you won't have any complications from it or whatever, supposedly. They're not sure of that yet. According to the limited data that they have, that there is matching up to what they're saying, but they don't know 100% yet. So you can still get it, but what they did say is, if you get it, you then can become a fucking super spreader, and you, vaccinated one, can now kill somebody with the damn thing because you become the super spreader. Now, what kind of sense does that damn make? So, yes, that's where I am as far as my mind is concerned. And so for those who try to come for me in some kind of way and want to sit down there and want to put humanity on my motherfucking shoulders, back the fuck up off me. Okay? Now I'm going to say that, back the fuck up off me. Because humanity is not on my goddamn shoulders by itself. Because my question to you was this. Now that I have taken this first shot, do you feel any motherfucking better because I took a shot? My arm, it done got late in the day, and this goddamn arm hurt like a motherfucker. Now, in the beginning, it was fine. But I took this thing at 11:58 a.m. It is now after 8 o'clock, and my arm, this motherfucker here, is bothering the shit out of me. And you don't hear them say that on the damn news reports. They said you may feel a little discomfort or whatever. They ain't said nothing about no damn your arms hurting like this. Okay. I got everybody texting me saying, make sure you drink some water, take some aspirin and carry on, because it's going to hurt. Now, they said the second shot is supposed to be the whammy. Okay. So I had to take that in 2 weeks so I could be fully vaccinated. Okay. But that there was not my decision 100% to go out to do that this early. I personally wanted to wait a little bit longer. And for those of y'all who don't understand it, it ain't meant for you to understand it right now. Damn it, this is what I wanted to do. But because my circle got to closing in on me, and I'm around a lot more senior citizens now and children. Okay, I found myself in circles where I'm around a lot of kids. Okay, and so because of that, I'm now forced to come out of my comfort zone and do something else. Okay. So yeah, I went and took out, and it took me a minute because I sat down here and I wrestled. I was like, no, I'm not going to give in because I feel like I'm giving in to peer pressure. I'm giving in to it. But now in order for me to move, like I need to move, this here is the option. Okay. So now the alternatives become what? And I'm going to equate this to this. Okay, those of y'all who are of a certain age, y'all remember when we first started getting cassette tapes? We went from wax on records to everything was being on the cassette tape, okay? And the cassette tape had replaced the 8-track, right? And so we got all these songs on the cassette tape and blah, 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 blah. And that replaced records because they couldn't scratch and you couldn't do this. Okay, you could transport them easily. You know, you could sit down there and what was it, crates and crates of music you could put in the little box. Okay. But remember when they wanted us to come away from cassette tapes and go to CDs, what did they do? They started putting new music on the CDs and this, that, and the other. You were getting songs like on the cassette tape would have something, but then they had 3 more songs or whatever on the CD. So now that made you go get the CD because, of course, if it's your favorite artist, you want all the music, right? That's how it was with me, with Stephanie Mills. That's how my very first CD that I bought was Stephanie Mills' Home, because the cassette tape had all the songs, but the damn CD had like 3 or 4 other tracks on it. I was like, oh shit, wait a minute, you know. So that's what that was. Okay, so then CDs done came in, and now then they done away. When the CDs came in, they done away with it. Okay, and so this whole thing of forcing us into compliance is not necessarily cool. How many of y'all on Facebook? Okay. And every time Facebook changed the algorithms or changed the thing up or whatever, they tell you, oh, well, you could try it, don't they? They tell you, well, try it and see how you like it. You know, if you don't like it, you can always go back to the original thing. And then about 3 weeks later, they tell you, oh, be ready because we're changing over to the new format. Okay, so it becomes whether you want to or not, you're going to do it, right? And that's how I feel now about the vaccine, because I wasn't ready to take it just yet. But now, because my circle done caved in on me, you know, now I'm at a point to where, okay, I have to go do it, because in order for me to do what I need to do, then I have to go do it. And I don't like feeling like that way, as if my options, you know, were stifled or somehow taken away from me. Okay. Now, y'all may think that this is trivia. I don't give a fuck about what y'all thinking at the moment. Okay. I really don't. I'm sitting up here saying this because if I get one more damn thing on this on my comment section about this, you know, it's probably going to, well, no. That's why I'm doing this live now, because somebody going to say something that's not going to see this live or whatever. They're going to see this in a few days, and some ass is going to sit up there and say something real cute. Okay. And, but that's where we are with it. Okay. So I got my first shot, and so be it. Okay. Now we're going to see what everything is, because the way how I feel right now, everybody's a motherfucking guinea pig, because they can't tell us what the hell this shit does. Okay. And they can't tell us. I went to my doctor. See, a lot of this started with me saying, let me go get this thing, because I went to go take my physical a few days ago. And my doctor and I, we arguing. Okay. We are arguing, because I told him, I said, listen, I'm not ready to take it yet. And so now he's like, well, why aren't you ready to take it yet? You need to take it because we got to get this done. And this is for the public health and this, that, and that. And I'm telling him, man, you can't tell me what the fuck the side effects are. You can't tell me, you don't have any concrete proof of anything, because we are still learning the damn thing. So you can't tell me. Then he gonna try to flip it on me, talking about something. Well, what do you want it to do? How the fuck do I know? We said side effects, nigga. I'm already the runny nose boy and goddamn watery eyes and shit for allergies and cancer. I'm allergic to the world as it is. Okay, goddamn foot fungus on my goddamn left foot that I can't seem to get rid of. I got a number of other goddamn problems, and now you want to sit down here and debate with me, talking about what the fuck do I want to do, or what do I expect, or what do I think should be a goddamn side effect, when y'all the doctors trying to push this shit on us. Then we got to talking about PrEP. I told him I'm not on that yet neither. Oh, well, if you sexually active, you need to be on it. Why? Well, that prevents HIV. If I don't fuck, that prevents HIV too. Okay? I know how to take care of me. Okay, in situations and carrying on. If I don't have penetrative sex, that there will reduce my risk. Can I know how to do me, please? And hell, when this damn PrEP shit came out, they gave y'all Truvada as PrEP. Now Truvada is under damn court. It's under a class action suit because it's tearing up everybody's livers. And you pushing that on everybody, right? And so I'm not supposed to question. I'm not supposed to whatever. And then for those of y'all who want to give me some fuck shit about me saying that I felt forced into this, oh, aren't you worried about public safety? Public safety is public safety, God damn it. If everybody was worried about it, how come we not fighting for better health care? Everybody needs a better health care plan, honey. Shit, we need better shit. Okay? So don't come for me about what the fuck it is that I'm feeling. Okay, because right now, that's just how I feel. Be glad that I took the goddamn thing. That's what you said you wanted everybody to do. So again, I ask you the question, do you feel any better? Because I took a motherfucking shot. Yeah, I'm in my goddamn feelings right now. Now, I know tomorrow will be a whole different story, and it'll be lovey-dovey shits and carrying on, and we'll be, oh, well, you know what, thank God that, you know, we got the vaccine, and it'll probably be that in a few days or whatever, but right now, no, I'm pissed. I'm pissed because I feel as though I had to acquiesce to something that I wasn't ready to acquiesce to. Okay? Not yet. Because right now, y'all keep saying trust the science, but I don't know how to trust it when every day something changes about this motherfucker. Every day, hell, we said, y'all say follow Fauci, and every day that he was on the goddamn news, something had changed about this. Why? Because you didn't give this enough time in the clinical trials and do what it's supposed to do. And you still got this down as emergency medicine. You still do not have this down as a 100% FDA approved source. It's still up under emergency, which means, okay, we are in a panic, but now what? Because now you don't even know if you got to take a booster or not. Sean, you asked me, which one did I get? I got Pfizer. Now, okay, let's talk about that, because see, here's something that's real funny. When I went to my location today, they asked me, they say, well, are you okay with taking the Pfizer? And the way she asked, she questioned it. I said, oh, we have options? She says, well, yes, we do. We have the Pfizer or the Johnson & Johnson, but we're recommending the Pfizer. Now, again, y'all pushing this shit, and you pushing this shit, and you pushing this shit. Y'all got 3, almost 4 different vaccines ready, and this goddamn Johnson & Johnson is a motherfucker, and yet y'all still say it's made available because it's a one-shot thing, but yet it's sitting up there having side effects. Y'all had to pull it once, then you say, no, it's okay, and now everybody's sketchy about it, and yet you want me to trust the science. Okay. I'll trust it to a degree, the same degree that you trust it to. In fact, I'm going to have speculation because for me, I'm not the scientist that put this shit together. You understand? So if my skepticism make you nervous or whatever, fuck it. It's supposed to, damn it. Not here any other goddamn time, it doesn't make anybody nervous, or because it is now, because this is something that you agree with for the betterment of the world. Oh, go on to get the vaccine. Go on to get the vaccine. Oh, just man the fuck up and just take the goddamn thing. No. Can I have a question? Can I ask a question? Can I have my doubts to be like, wait a minute, let me understand what the fuck my body gonna do? Okay. I'm had umpteen surgeries and carrying on shit. I don't know what the hell is going on in internally. You know what I'm saying? So I have questions. I got scar tissue and shit somewhere. What the fuck is this shit supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? And I know you may think that I'm being far-fetched with this, or that I'm on the other side of the rainbow, but let me be there because this is my goddamn body. Okay? But I acquiesced and I took the damn thing. Okay? I acquiesced and I took it. So now, again, I asked you, does this make you feel any better? Because I took a shot. Okay? Let me go to some of these comments. Okay? I'm glad you got it and you deserve to feel that way. Thank you, baby. I got the shot as soon as it was available for me too. Okay, well, I'm glad that you did. Be safe. That's the goal, baby. It's always about being safe. But, you know, everybody's acting as if, you know, folks cannot question or challenge it. Yay, Big Meach, I'm happy you got it. I got mine too. Okay, Lola, thank you, baby. Yeah, hey, Meach, okay. I say, hey, you, what's up, Sean? Okay, what's up, what's up, what's up? Big Meach, take an Epsom salt bath and soak your arm for 3 days and stay hydrated. Okay. Now, see, that's the kind of stuff. See, you don't hear that on the news. They keep talking about take this motherfucking vaccine, but this is the kind of shit you don't hear on the news. Only those who took it that done experience whatever are telling other folks this, but that's the stuff that's not being said. Okay, they don't tell you that's the kind of stuff, and that's the simple. See, those are the small nuances about this shit that makes it, that way, so folks can understand what the fuck they're supposed to be going through. Shit, I'm still wrestling with it. I have a job offer, and this job is supposed to move back to their office from being remote starting next month. If I get the job, well, okay. Oh, you say if I get the job, okay, right. So now, if you get it, now you got to sit down here and take the vaccine again. See, right there, it's either you do this or you don't. And see, that always brings me pause. I don't like ultimatums. I don't like ultimatums to where it's in your favor. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it is an option, but the option always when an ultimatum is a forced option to where you have control to get me to do what you want me. Oh, excuse me, what you want me to do. Okay. Hey, I took it today. Yeah, I got mine today too, Michael. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got mine today. Okay. I don't like feeling that way either, but shit, exactly. Because I'm like, okay, so what did you do? You did what you felt was right. So, hey, yeah, you're right, because eventually that's all I ask any and everybody to do, follow and trust your own gut, trust your own first mind and carrying on. So like I'm saying now, in order to move and groove the way that I need to, the way I'm trying to, hell, I got to get myself financially in a better financial situation because the donut factory tripping and fucking up, So it's like, okay, I've got to, I've got to get into a particular situation. You know what I'm saying? But in order for me to move and groove, now I got to, the weight of the world is on all of us, not just me. It's on all of us. So it's up to all of us to do what we independently feel is right for us. But if they put you in a place of an ultimatum and the ultimatum is in the favor of acquiescing to what the fuck is going on, is that a choice or is that a force? Okay. That's the question. Okay, which one did you get? I just answered that. I got Pfizer. Okay, my mother keeps asking me when am I going to take it. I'm trying to wait to see if FDA would at least approve Pfizer. If I have to take one, it would probably be that. But here's the thing. Now, from what I'm understanding, I was told that the Moderna one is the one that had the least of the side effects. Okay. And I said, oh, okay, because I had a lot of folks that, well, not a lot, but those who have taken the Moderna, they were like, well, I'm not having what I'm told has been going on. So I said, well, let me see what's going on. So here's what I discovered. In my area, I had started looking up to see who was doing what. Out of the 10 places that were closest to me, only one was offering Moderna. Is it Moderna or Moderna? Mo. Okay. Okay. So I was like, well, wait a minute. So it just seems as though y'all pushing the Pfizer one because that's the one that seemed to be so readily available. And Pfizer is the one that now has submitted the paperwork to go for FDA approval. And they still waiting for that approval to be, federally mandated to say, yes, you are a licensed medicine. That's a real medicine and not just for emergency use. Okay. So again, this is where we are. If this, and I keep asking, if this shit is so vital, why are they taking their time to make it 100% FDA approved and come out of emergency status? You know what I mean? To come out of emergency status. And listen, what was it? We did the back to school drive, and I was talking to an agent. He was working for an insurance company, and he said to me, he said, no, and they're not taking their time. They're on schedule because he said, usually it takes maybe 2, sometimes up to 5 years before a drug becomes FDA approved. I said, you know what? I didn't think about that. He said, no. So it's not that they're taking their time. They're on schedule. It's just that this has been elevated to be an emergency kind of situation. Wow. And that there is that's a thought. That's a thought. Now, for those of y'all who sitting up here thinking or possibly want to get into your mindset that I'm against the vaccines and carrying on, no, I'm not against it. I am not. I understand that is needed. I understand what it's for. Okay, I'm not nowhere near no parts or any kind of stupid when it comes to what the fuck this is what we're doing, and I'm not nowhere near ignorant of or want to be one of those children who trying to bash public health as a whole to say that the world is, I'm not one of those particular people. Okay, but what I am on is trying to make sure that the people are what's going to make sense of this, that the people are the ones who are going to benefit greatly from it. And this is just not some marketing scheme to where they're offering it to you for free right now, but then down the line, are they going to give you the booster shots for free? If we need booster shots or what? Because somewhere, somebody paying for all this shit. The question is who? Now y'all got the bitch moaning and complaining about stimulus checks and carrying on. They done cut the unemployment off here. For a lot of folks still not back to work. Hell, I work for a hotel. My hotel is not 100% open yet, and they still have me on as part-time. So we were getting the partial unemployment, but they done cut all that shit off. Okay, so the world is not back yet. Okay, but we acting like it is because, see, again, just like I say, y'all hear it. A lot of y'all will sit down there and tell folks that vaccinated don't mean that you can't get it. It don't mean cure, but you're acting like it. Y'all still bitch moaning and complaining about a goddamn mask. And now they done told you with this new strain, we may have to go back to wearing masks, and you're trying to fight no mask mandates. What the fuck is it? You don't want a mask mandate, but you're going to mandate everybody get this motherfucking vaccine? That is crazy. And you say this is all for public health. And yet, because I say I feel forced, y'all want to jump on me and tell me, oh, well, you ain't thinking about your health. And yeah, oh my. Get the fuck up off my motherfucking ass. And take me off the goddamn barbecue grill, bitch. Because no, I did not ask for anybody to give me a new ass, honey. Take your Brazilian ass lift and take it back to the doctor, because I don't need a new ass right now. You understand? I didn't ask for it, but I got it because I'm in a situation to where, in order for me to move forward and to be in my circles, then this here was the best option. It was the best option versus being asked out and sitting up here wondering how I'm gonna pay a bill, how I'm gonna sit down here and get something to eat and things, and then have to deal with folks with the long handled spoon, because now everybody else is vaccinated. They looking at me like I'm crazy. And I told you I'm already the runny nose boy. So y'all see me with my tissue on my snot rag or whatever, sniffling the carrying on. You're looking at me as if I got the COVID. Fuck y'all. Okay. Oh, okay. Ms. Margaret, you always tell the truth. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. One doctor said that those who are obese might be more at risk of suffering from COVID. So part of preparing for an eventual shot is me going on an exercise plan to lose this extra weight. So now the fat folks, honey, gonna get it worse. Because it's a comorbidity. You know, weight, they always tell you, honey, the more weight you got on you, it exacerbates whatever. Okay? So, yeah. Okay? David, you say what? No, it doesn't make me feel better that you took it. I want to cry because it has made so many sick and stuff, and I don't want to see you get sick from it and then something happens. I'm still praying and won't stop for those who take it. But for me, I don't want to be forced, because I feel like they were forcing everyone to take it. Just give me 2 shots of Henny and we'll call it even. You know? Okay. Right. Okay. That's good, David. I can't fuck with that. Okay. I can't fuck with that. But what it is, and see, here's the thing. One of the things about peer pressure, one of the things about peer pressure that it's a bitch. And like I said, right now, because we have everybody advocating for the vaccine and carrying on, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But we had reached herd immunity according, what was it? I think a few days ago, they said, now we're at the point where at least 70% of Americans are at least, had at least one shot. And that was the goal that they were trying to get to for this herd immunity, right? Well, we're here, but yet we still got to know a whole nother strand. No, we have two strains because you're only hearing about Delta, but there's a Lambda strain that they had talked about, but you don't hear about the Lambda one right now. You hear about Delta because they keep saying the Delta strain is the one that is the most contagious and the most deadly, but there's a Lambda strain too. Look it up if you think I'm lying. They said that right when they first introduced the Delta strain, about 3 days later, they said it was a new strain that was different from Delta, and they called it Lambda. Look it up. Research department, if you in here, put it up in here. Okay, put it up in here. Okay. So yeah, what we got here, it doesn't seem like an ultimatum. When they offered it, they never mentioned anything about a mandatory shot. No, it's not a mandatory shot. However, for me, it became an ultimatum because it's like either you take this or see when they take out the rest of your options. Okay, because it's not like they're saying, okay, make sure that if you're with HIV/AIDS, we used to do what was called a risk reduction plan. Okay, if you didn't want to use condoms and strap it up, whatever, then we said, okay, let's come up with something that you will agree that you will do, okay, in order to help save lives. So would you agree if you had 10 sex partners within the week, would you agree to only have 8, and let's start to cut you back. And that way we can do something, because just to lower your risk is going to take us in the right direction. That's not what they're saying. Okay. What they're saying is, okay, we would like for everybody to get vaccinated. Oh, and then it becomes, no, people need to get the shot. You just need to get the shot. But we just need for you to do what you feel comfortable with doing. But if you don't take the shot, then what we're going to do is we're not going to allow you to come into the grocery stores unless you show your vaccination card. So, but you don't have to take it if you don't want to, but you can't go to the doctor's office and inside to meet your doctor unless you take the vaccine. But you don't have to take it if you don't want to, because the decision is up to you. But you won't be able to go and register your children into school because we can't do this over here. But you don't have to. See, that whole passive aggressive shit ultimatum is what is going on right now. Okay. And then of course, like I said, with my particular circles, it's closing in because I'm doing, a couple of things now. I'm involved in city politics and somewhat, on some kind of level. So I'm around other people. I'm in these particular city places and carrying on. So because of that, I have to make sure that not only that I'm protected, but the people around me are. And then it becomes, that whole effect where they got to go home to kids, just have got grandkids, and then we don't know who to. So it becomes that. So now it was more than just me just having my mask and having my hand sanitizer on me at all times and my triple antibiotic ointment when I wanted, it was more than just that. It's more than just me having my spray bottle of bleach and spraying the air. It's more than that, because now my circle has gotten the vaccine. And so now, in order for everybody to feel safe, because now it's up here too, you got to make sure everybody feel and think that everybody is safe. So if they get an inkling that you're not doing it, or you're being defiant, or, now, they think that you're some kind of Republican on some kind of bullshit because you anti this or you pro-Trump and you don't want to take the vaccine because Trump won the election and he stole it. See, all that's mental stress. So again, that becomes that passive aggressive ultimatum, and that there is what I feel. Okay, but I took it. The ultimate thing is I took it. And some asshole is going to say, well, what the fuck is he bitch moaning and complaining about? If you was that strong, if you was a real man, you'd have stood to your damn ground. You wouldn't have let nobody make you do some shit that you didn't want to do. And again, like I said, fuck you and your fuck shit. Okay? Because what has happened is we're living in a world now to where like they said in Deep Space Nine, honey, when the board came, resistance is futile, because we're getting to that point, okay, of where not being able to have an accurate way of expressing your desires, having your own personal decisions without it having some kind of dastardly consequence is what we're going into right now. Because right now you can make all the decisions that you want, but if they cut your lifeline off, okay, if they cut your lifeline off, what are you going to do? And that's where I am. I'm like, shit, it's getting close to that particular thing for me. Now, it's a ways off, but I see it coming. And like I said, my circle is closing in on me. And so I decided by force to go ahead on and do this damn thing. Okay. So there you have it. Okay. Here we go. But if they're going to move everyone back into the office for this position, I got the offer for. I might have to, which sucks. They tell us to take the shot, but don't really tell us about the other stuff we can do to boost the immune system. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, if you're not going to take the shot, then what can you do to get it to get yourself together? Which is what, you know, there's some things I've been doing. You know, I increased my vitamin C intake, my vitamin C, my E's, my magnesium, and my zinc. I had increased in that, you know, keep myself hydrated so I can always have flush, you know, a system's flush. Okay. And that's both ones and twos, honey, so that you could cleanse the colon and cleanse everything so that, you know, you don't get the backup and carry it on. So that there is what I have been doing. I'm constantly, you know, sanitizing my hands and carrying on to make sure, you know, because hell, we do everything with our hands. So you have to make sure your hands are sanitized or whatever. When I'm at home, I have a small bubble of people that I'm around. Okay. And they've had the vaccination. You know, but I have to make sure just because they had the vaccine that they don't get lax and carry on in their duties. You know, shit, don't you put some bleach in that goddamn dishwater. Don't just put no damn soap powder in there. Put a little bleach in that water. Hello. You have to make sure that they still stay on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Spray this damn thing down. We got all kinds of Pine Sol and Lysol. I told you I got Melaleuca products and carrying on with the tea tree oil and I got peroxide wipes and carrying on in case you don't need all the chemicals and things. Peroxide is a natural cleanser and stuff. The shit bubble up and foam, honey, and that's how you know it's good and gone. Yes, okay, but they don't tell you that. That's not what they're advocating. You know. So, hey, friend, let's get it. Dot. Back in the house tonight, okay? I love it, okay? So the word on the street is doctors and lawyers will be or have filed a lawsuit against the CDC and who over this. Really? Now, I don't know that, for real. Really? Hey, now. They sure aren't pushing the healthy, natural immune boosters like vitamin C, ginger, lemons, lime, oranges, veggies, just to keep healthy so your body naturally fights off any viruses. No, they're not. They are not. They are not. Okay. No, they're not. Okay. It's going to be many strains due to as they call the breakout infected that have been vaccinated and can get reinfected and pass it along as well. So after they reinfected, that of course has been a mutation of the virus, and a new strain will come about in those that may have infected, and it mutates again from them to the next. Hence, the next will continue to mutate. Okay. Now, you know what? Now here, it's funny that you say that, because I was just in a meeting today and we were talking about what HIV had did, because we were talking about how the CDC has started giving money. First, it was all about HIV and carrying on. They were trying to go to the gay community and this, that, and the other. Then it became, okay, We got to get to females because females was doing this, and this, and the numbers are rising. So then it went from that to now they started doing money for the transgender community, because now the transgender community, it done spiked, and oh, we got to save them and this, that, and other. So every time a new program was built, they had new monies, and so now folks were getting this money because they were building programs around what they had money for, right? Then from transgender, it went to HIV positive MSMs. That stands for men who have sex with men, and they do that because it doesn't mean that you're gay or straight. It's just that because a lot of those who identify as straight will still have sex with men, so they call it MSMs, men who have sex with men. So they did HIV positive men who have sex with men who got reinfected. See, because the HIV virus has started to develop a new strain. That's why they started having new medicines to come out, because the new strain would not. It was what's the word? It was immune to the medicines. Okay, so the new strain needed better medicines, because what happened would be somebody who's positive is on this particular medicine, and another person is on another set of medicines, right? But when they came together, not using condoms and carrying on, and reinfected each other, the medicines that both of them were on, this particular strain that they created is immune to these particular meds. So now you had a whole different strain that had to be combated. See, so now they had went to do and had made a whole demographic of men who have sex with men who are positive, who have become reinfected. So now I said all that to say that's exactly what this sounds like here with COVID. We got this particular strain, and now, just like I said earlier, if you're fully vaccinated and you become HIV positive, I'm sorry. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying COVID positive. If you become COVID positive, yes, you being vaccinated is not going to, you're not going to suffer and carry on. So they say you're not going to suffer, and it's not going to give you hospital time and all of that. But you then can become a super spreader. See? And so now what? Okay. So now, okay, I'm standing on my own opinion, not VAG. Okay, baby. Elderberry. Echinacea. Come on now. Yes. Yes, baby. Keep it clean. Okay. Okay. So that there was that. I just wanted to address that particular issue about my thoughts and my feelings and things, and folks trying to come for me because I said that I felt forced. Okay. And that there's where it is. Okay. And so, yeah. But I want to go into something else, and then I'm going to let y'all go because I don't want to be on here too long. This is just only a Big Meach moment, honey. I'm not trying to do a whole show. We're going to do that tomorrow. And I'm trying not to talk about this tomorrow. Daily, boil the onions, lemons, limes, pink or red sea salt in a pot in your house and stand over and inhale. And it cleans germs in your house and in your body. That's cute. That there was, I wish we could star this. I want to take them and highlight that so that it could be, so that it could stand out, you know, almost as if they're saying, damned if you do, damned if you don't, is exactly what they're saying. Okay. That's exactly what they're saying. Okay. So now let me jump gears for half a second. Let me jump gears because I want to get on this. And we talked about this on the show, but I want to get on this because this child done did a second apology. Okay, and that there is this whole shit with the baby. Okay. Wait a minute. I got it's true. They are forcing us. Family is forcing families are falling out over this shit. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. Okay, yes, they are. I had both my shots. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Either I stay isolated in my home, and when I go out, I have to play hide and seek, and on the chance of catching it, and going to the hospital or take the vaccine and standing the chance of getting the vaccine, my chances to survive would be greater. And at the age of 68, I have no great needed socialize and not knowing who has it and who doesn't. Well, okay, that there's a little different for you, honey, because number one, you got age that sits down there and dictate that to you. So yeah, you're right, it was a no-brainer for you. Okay. And that's good that you were able to take that. I'm in. I just got the first one today. So I'm in, but what I don't like about being in is the fact that it's feeling as though it's been forced on me. Okay. And that's the part of this that I don't like. So, and a lot of folks say, well, nigga, shut up because you done already took it. So hell, you took it. So now what? Well, no, I still don't like the fact that I felt like it was forced on me, you know, and that's what I don't like about it. Okay. That's what I don't like about it. No, give me other motherfucking options. And then if this is so beautiful and the cat's meow, then y'all go ahead on and make this shit a real medicine and stop making it only for emergency use. And because y'all know what's coming down the line too, y'all know to travel out of the country, you're going to have this particular shot. You got to get inoculated before you go into other countries. And they got to do the same thing before they come over here. And you know that this particular thing is going to be part of the series of vaccines that kids got to have before they go back to school. So you haven't even made this approval. You haven't even got a children's dose of this yet. And yet y'all know we've been facing this of having to go back to school and everything, get these kids back up in there. Y'all know this. Y'all know this, and y'all still debating on whether or not kids can catch it or not. Well, kids can get it, but they don't get the strain, and they, you know, their immune systems are vibrant. They can kick back, but they can't spread it. So you already know that part. But if this is so damn important, the way that you say it is, and the way how you put it on the entire world to get vaccinated, y'all still have not came up with an adequate, proper dose for children. Knowing that kids are not going to play. I mean, not going to listen, because children are children. Children interact all the damn time. You know? So that there is that. Okay, what is this? Distort normalcy to the point that subjects will do anything, even unknowingly via subconscious and against their usual free will for a promised return to normalcy. Okay, hypnosis 101. Oh, you know what? Oh, wow, I can't fuck with that one. I think I like that. 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 Wholesome granny. That, wow. Let me ponder that, sis, because I think I like that. What'd you say? Hypnosis 101, honey. And okay, fuck with the subconscious. Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm loving the virtual life, darlings. Bills getting paid, working. Thank you, Father God. Amen. Folks really not ready for the work and educate from home. The educate from home lifestyle. That's the point. Okay, you know what? Listen, a lot of folks don't even know how to deal with their own damn kids. You know, that's a whole nother thing. I'm not going to even get in off into that. Okay, because that's a whole nother thing. But let me go here. Because all the controversy over the baby and his homo hatred rant, you know, or well, you know what? No, it wasn't necessarily a homo hatred rant. What it was is that it gave the implication of all that, and then you start to isolate it to where you made it that. It was one thing when you said HIV, those who don't have HIV/AIDS and don't have any of them sexually transmitted diseases or any of the diseases that gonna kill you in 2 weeks, put your lights up. Okay, if you're a woman and your pussy don't smell like water, put your lights up. If you're a nigga, you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your lights up. Okay, that's what you made it, a gay thing. Okay. And so for the alphabet children to get all up in arms and everybody mad about it, what the fuck are you mad about? Because somebody didn't like what he said. And anybody who jumping on the bandwagon, well, he has freedom of speech, he could say what he want to say. That there is bullshit. And the reason why I call bullshit is this, because he said something about gay folks, or the implication that he was talking about niggas sucking dick. Okay. Oh, that's okay, because as a straight man, nobody's supposed to disagree with that, because that's some nasty shit, supposedly. But for those who sit down there and said, no, hold up, why are you coming at us? Okay. Then I had somebody sit down there and tell me, well, the people who actually do it didn't have nothing to complain about. Nigga, what the hell kind of sense did that motherfucking make? So now you gonna stand up for the parking lot dick suckers? Okay, y'all see that on OnlyFans, you see it on Twitter, you know they do it. You know they do it because they videotape it. So now the question becomes, why is it that we done started shit that didn't need to be started? See, that's where all this comes into play in. Everybody said, well, he's spreading information and misinformation. And I said that too, as far as talking about, you're catching the stuff that's going to kill you in 2 weeks and this, that, and the other. Okay. Now, he said HIV, AIDS, and then he said other sexually transmitted diseases that could kill you in 2 weeks or whatever. Now, he could have, it opened up the spectrum, but everybody just heard HIV in 2 weeks and said he talking about that. But he's talking about every goddamn thing. Okay, my problem is you sat down there talking about, well, I got gay fans and my fans ain't got AIDS. My gay fans ain't got AIDS. And so now that's what you made it, a whole gay thing, because now you didn't say none of my fans have AIDS or whatever. You said my gay fans. So now you done singled out a whole community when HIV covers everybody. Okay, so you done singled them out. And then made this into something that it had no business going into. So now you got black man up against black gay man, and everybody now want to sit up there and defend his right to have his freedom of speech. And then you want to throw bitches like Lil Nas X in this. Well, if Lil Nas X can do what he do because he kissed a man on stage, if you don't get off my motherfucking nerve with that bullshit. So goddamn what? He kissed the nigga on stage. He kissed the man on stage. Ooh. Okay, y'all sitting up here shooting them up and carrying on in y'all videos and things. Hell, you took the credit card and ran it down the girl's ass. Okay, ooh, okay, y'all shoot them up, bang them up, kill them up, this and up, down them up, bitch them up, fuck them up, this and up, down them up. But ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. And then because he done set up here and has single-handedly called out somebody, a group of people, then you made this into something that you say it wasn't in the first place, right? Then you double down again, and we got the apology tour answer that I'm sure that a publicist, that a publicist have put together, because now it's all eloquent and carrying on. Because the first one he did live, he was on TMZ. I saw the thing on TMZ. Ain't nobody nasty like that here. Y'all didn't pay no ticket. Y'all wasn't supposed to see it in the first place. Well, I'm a performer. It's a live show. I'm in the show, and blah 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 blah. And I'm in the show. You didn't pay for it. You saw the shit for free. You wasn't even there. You weren't even supposed to see it. So everybody who got something to say, y'all wasn't even at the motherfucking show. So hey, y'all need to just shut the fuck up. That's what he said on his own. Then we get the masterful, oh, I apologize if I've hurt you. And I know that, I've been insensitive and, this has caused me to seek education and blah, blah, blah. Now we got your people trying to make sure that you are seen as some kind of good ass light. And see, that there is an assault to my intelligence. And that's there when this shit becomes, okay, you know what? Let's do this. Okay. Fuck everything that you just said and this, that, and the other. I need for you now, if you want to make good on this, take your ass down there to the HIV wards. Okay. That's what you do. Take your ass down there to those HIV wards, and you see those who are still struggling for life and carrying on. Don't go to the ones that are living in a wholesome environment because you say they ain't nasty. You don't know how they got it. You just said if you got HIV, see, you need to go and understand what the fuck it looks like. Okay, let's give him a crash course when they were throwing bodies away because folks in the hospital didn't want to touch him. Okay, give him a crash course. Let him see how folks were throwing away the dishes and carrying on because you ate from a dish or touched a cup or whatever the case may be. Let him go through that shit. Since you're talking about being nasty, show him these folks who have been born with it. Okay, they didn't do nothing on their own. Hell, their parents, the moms, and carrying on because they say when kids are born, it's because the mother had it. It's not the father, it's the mother. It's passed on through the mother. So you have the mother who's HIV positive and carrying on, and she done passed it on to the baby. So the baby is born that way. Didn't come in this world not knowing shit from Shinola. Don't know nothing, but the baby got it. So you say the baby was nasty? Huh? The baby? Huh? Is that what we saying? So see, these are the kind of shits that we need to clear up and get into understanding what, and then we have to understand responsibility. I heard Funky Dineva say this, and I'm gonna stand on that with her. Okay, understand the responsibility because see, all you straight motherfuckers out there, and you gay ones who keep saying, "Oh, it's a freedom of speech." Yeah, but it's also consequences for your motherfucking speech because you see every time we turn around, somebody trying to sue somebody because they said something. Before we had social media, everything was in print, so it was called libel. If you wrote it, it was libel. If you said it, it was slander. Okay, when I was spreading rumors, that was called slander because you're defaming my character. If you wrote a lie and carried on and said some bullshit, that was called libel, and you could be sued for that shit. Now we got social media, and you took a video and put it out there for the world. Oh yeah, somebody got to be held accountable for something because it's irresponsible. It would be no different if he had a hotel party and all his entourage sat there and fucked that goddamn room up while he was asleep. That's on him. See, that's on him, the camp, the record company, that's on him. You understand? Artist development and these kinds of things need to be taught to these artists so they can understand. Have your fun because see, here's the thing. When I saw it, well, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, interesting, right? Because I just heard it. But then when I saw it, it was as if this shit came out of left field. I'm like, wait a minute, you in the middle of a song. Where the hell did this come from? And if you want to say that, oh, I'm caught up in a live show. Okay, now trust me, I get what the energy is when you're doing a live show and carrying on because when you get into your zone, you get into your zone, honey, and you're feeding off the energy of the crowd and this, that, and the other, and you're giving them what they give you. So you're trying to tell me the crowd and all of your caught upness, the crowd gave you HIV, put your phones up because that's the energy that they gave. They cool like that, right? The crowd gave you, if your pussy don't smell like water, hold your phone up. The crowd gave you, if fellas, if you ain't out there sucking dick in the parking lot, put your lights up. So that energy came from the crowd, right? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That's what you got caught up in your show? Now, if that's what you're claiming, I got it because, like I said, I understand being in your zone. But let's examine that. Let's examine that. Okay. So, because if you really want to know the truth about it, honey, he was recording and he knew he was being recorded. So he knew this shit was going to get likes and this and another. It got him publicity. So now what? So my whole thing is this. Drop this shit. Let his people sit down there and get his ass together. I'm so tired of the cancel culture and blah, 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 blah. This didn't need to be no cancel shit. If you don't fuck with him, you don't fuck with him. Because see, here's the thing. Catch this. Catch this. Who was the country singer that called somebody a nigga? His friend or whatever, a black guy, he's talking about get this nigga home or whatever, and it got caught on tape and things. But his fans, all them white folks, and I'm saying it like that because that's what it was. All his fans who came to his defense sold his album out. Right after all of that, them children went and bought that damn album to save him, to show their support for him. So are they gonna do the same with the baby? Is he's finna go to sell out or download or whatever to hit his shit up? because those of y'all who feel as though he got the right to free speech, okay, y'all finna go to blow his shit up. Is that what this is? Is that what this is finna turn into? So now you finna pay him. Maybe you are, because you know they cancel him here. They don't want him on that show. They don't want him on this show. So he losing money. So now y'all finna go and blow his shit up, you know, so that he can make his money, right? Because you feel, oh, he you know, here we go. Y'all jumping on another black, a straight black man, and y'all throwing that damn gay shit down the throat. It don't need to be down nobody's throat. I don't like the fact, I just disagree with it. I don't like the culture. But why is it y'all got to always throw something down somebody's throat? Ain't nobody throwing shit down your motherfucking throat. If I come to you and say, you disrespected me, motherfucker, am I supposed to sit down there and just take it? Because you capping and you beasting on me? This ain't no motherfucking comedy show, and I'm sitting in the front row to be your target. If you disrespected me, regardless of how much of a man you think I am or not, but as a gay man, if I feel you disrespected me and I step to you and be like, yo, player, that ain't cool. Okay, please use something else. Okay, when addressing me, and you want to give me your ass to kiss, then I'm going to give you my foot to go up in it. Not my dick, my foot, nigga. Okay? The fuck is this? Okay? So I'm not supposed to stand up and say, you disrespected me. Now, let me add this caveat, because I got to go here. I've got to go here to make this fair. And y'all hear me say this all the time, one of the things that has happened in this culture is that my Caucasian counterparts of the alphabets have made it to where people cannot have a motherfucking opinion anymore, because they're quick to jump to say something is hate speech, something is oh my God, you know, that's homophobic. We have allowed for that to be so quick to where now it's become politicized, and it need not. I don't care. Folks can have their opinions and carrying on, and they, you know, folks are going to feel the way that they feel. All I say is this: I don't need you to sit up in my face and act as if you're my friend and talk about me behind my back. If you don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me. You understand? I'll get over it. Now I'm a sensitive bitch. Okay. So yeah, I may get into my feelings to try to find out why you don't like me. Yeah, that's me. So I'm a Pisces, honey. Sometimes we get that way, you know. But in the long run, I'll know, okay, you don't fuck with me, high and by. And sometimes you may not even get that, depending on my motherfucking mood. I just want to acknowledge you in the world, honey. You're a human being. Everybody deserves to be respected, and their dignity needs to be intact. And it's my job as a human being to make sure I honor your dignity, but don't disrespect me. And as a gay man, I have every motherfucking right to call you out, beat it up out of you if I have to. No, you're going to disrespect me. I mean, you're not going to disrespect me. You're going to give me mine. And we do that on a command, not a demand. And what's the difference? I don't have to tell you to respect me. Everything about my countenance should automatically say that I'm somebody not to fuck with. My countenance and the way how I enter into a room, everything about me should automatically say, hey, I'm a real person. I'm a human being. I'm not here to take no jokes or whatever the case may be. And if it gets twisted, then we know how to untwist it in love before it get ugly. Okay? That's what it's supposed to be. So no, y'all ain't got to cancel him. If you don't fuck with him, you just don't fuck with him. Okay? But that there ought to be what this is. Now, let that boy have his life. And then on top of it, he's young. See, this is 20-something-year-old who caught up in the whole element of what hip-hop is supposed to be. Y'all heard me say this on the show the other day, that the whole idea of the hip-hop community has always been misogynistic and has always been laced in masculinity or uber masculine. I'm not going to say toxic. I'm going to say uber masculinity, because you have allowed a genre of music. Y'all have been inoculated in hip-hop so tough to where you have allowed the genre itself to dictate who's masculine and who ain't in the world. Unless I'm listening to certain people, oh, I ain't hard. That's the power that music have on folks. And that's what this genre of music is all about. That whole hip-hop genre is all about that, trying to prove your manhood through through deception, because the whole game is called show business. Show me something. And everybody that's up there made up a character, made up of this and made up of that in order to do what? Get paid. Now, the difference is that now the characters that these folks have made up, they allow them are independent artists. So the label don't own the character. Remember that back in the day that the label owned your name, the label did this. You could, you know, if you separated from the label, you couldn't use this name. You couldn't use that name because the label owned it. Well, now independent artists, they own their own shit. So you done made up this persona. You done made up the character. So now this is you and your shit. Okay? So now if it's you and your shit, have your shit. Ain't no need of canceling it. Ain't no need. I could disagree with it all day. I could call you, I could say you fucked up and that's some crazy ass shit that you said, but I ain't gotta cancel you, hooker. Why? I'm not gonna hate on your hustle, but don't you use me as the brunt of it, because that's where it becomes a problem. Tired of being the butt of everybody's motherfucking joke. Shit, I'm not your ass. And not your piece of ass either, especially when you ain't been invited to it. So how in the hell I'm getting fucked by you and don't know it? And then not supposed to say something about it. Ain't that a bitch? And then if I do, then I'm shoving it down your throat. Ain't that a motherfucker? How in the hell I'm shoving being gay down your throat by telling you you disrespected me? Ain't that a bitch? What if gay, now see, here's where it is. What if gay children did that? Because we do. You know we do. Y'all just don't be at the clubs when we do it. Okay? Y'all just don't be at the clubs when we do it. But what if we went on a motherfucking campaign, okay, or somebody recorded some of the shit that we said, and when we talk about the breeders, huh? Oh, y'all don't like it when we start talking about trade, and we start talking about, because see, no, trade, no. Y'all like it when we talk about the DL children. The ladies like it when we talk about the DL children, because y'all want to know who we fucking, so y'all don't fuck the same trade, right? So that you can sit down there and say, ooh, see, that's what y'all like gay folks for. So we can sit down there and give y'all the tea on who dick is whose. See, it's cute then. But see, you don't like it when we sit down there and tell y'all, no, you don't want to fuck with that one. Why? Trust me, you don't want to fuck with that one. Or when we get our own little circles and start talking about the trade and carry on, and how this trade here, he act like all this, but he do all that. Huh? See, if we did all that, how would you like it? Okay? How would you like it? How in the fuck would you like that? How about I get my little rap song and I listen, if you out there eating pussy behind the motherfucking garbage can, if you ain't out there in the alley eating a crackhead's pussy, put your light up. If you ain't in the whole house sitting up there with your daddy, sitting up there trying to get your first piece of pussy, put your phone up. If you ain't out there trying to pop some Molly, sit up there and stick the bitch of Mickey, put your phone up. Ridiculous. 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 Let that boy be. Okay, hold him accountable for his shit, because he don't get off with the pass. He don't get off with the slap on the wrist, because he said some shit publicly that he needs to be held accountable for. And that's just what it is. Anybody else, I want you to think about the last time somebody said some shit that disrespected you publicly. Whether you was at work, on the playground, on the bus, in your car. How many times did you pull over and get somebody and put somebody out your motherfucking car because they said some shit sideways? Huh? I want you to think about the last time somebody disrespected you and said some off-the-wall shit to you about you in public. Straight me, how many times have your woman came up and called you a bitch-ass nigga in front of your friends? Huh? Huh? Come on now. Talk to me. The cheering? The cheering. Huh? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay? Let me go right here. The thing for me is I never had Baby on my radar, and he's always been banned in my book. And when he slapped the color off a woman, ain't nobody have this high temperature. Come on now. He's been a clown, disrespectful to our community in his lyrics and video. See, go there, didn't okay? To our community, straight, gay, whatever, he's been poisoned for real, for real. And with all of this, all the new artists on a whole is some BS. Except be a new track. If you ain't heard it, check it out. Send me the link. Okay, send me the link, honey. Y'all know I like listening to new music. I'm not a hip hop head, but some of the stuff I like secretly. I ain't supposed to like some of this shit, honey. I ain't supposed to like it. Okay. Red teases me all the time. I'm like, oh, child, I'm not supposed to like that song, but I do. Okay. I love your show and you're awesome talk show host. Oh, bless your heart, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Amy, hey, baby, how's my little baby niece doing? Okay. Real talk, brother. It's not even the real hip hop either. The original hip hop was about community. Now, Miko, don't you make me backflip. Don't you make me backflip up in here. You understand? Okay, can we cancel Kanye yet? Child, bad, honey. You know he finna go to do a second album release party because they said when he did it here at the Mercedes-Benz, it was incomplete. So now he finna do a second album release party. How is that for publicity, honey? Okay. Say that, Bristol. Thank you, baby. Okay. What about all the times they forced heterosexual normatives down our throats? Oh, they don't even want to talk about that. No, they don't want to talk about that because that's supposedly, like you said, it's normal. That there is supposed to be what it is. I was just sitting up here telling somebody, oh no, this was just the other day. Was it yesterday or the day before? I really don't watch it, but I do. General Hospital was on, right? And I very rarely turn my TV. You know, when I do, it's because I need to, like I'm going to Netflix or something like that. But I usually stay on ABC, right? So after GMA 3 goes off, General Hospital come on, right? So watching it, there was a scene where the man and the woman, okay, it opens up with the camera. It's a long shot. We got a long wide shot because it's not a wide shot. It's more of a close up. It's a close up shot coming in through the window, and you see the man and the woman on the bed. You know, he got his shirt off. She's wrapped up in the blanket, but they're they're close, but they're in the bed. He ain't got no shirt on. She ain't got no shirt on. You know what this means, right? Why is it that scene there, which had nothing to do with the goddamn storyline outside of showing us that they had to fuck, that scene went on for maybe about 25 seconds of them in the bed kissing and flipping and rolling and this, that, and the other. And I said, now this is daytime television. Why is that necessary? We got it when you came in through the window on them and you zoomed in and then you panned. Okay, so we could get her face expression. Then you pan around. So we got it. So why is it that it took us to see them having to roll and flip and he got to get on top of her and this, that, and that? Why did it take all that? But that there, they don't talk about shit like that. Or at least not in the volumes that they talk about had it been two guys. What the hell is this? Why we got to have this on the TV like this? My children. Oh, the children are watching. How do you bring this? This is on my TV in the daytime. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Miko. See, there you go, making sense again. You ain't lying. Okay, right. Speaking of music for pause, how do you feel about Morgan Whalen being basically forgiven? Is that the country star I was just talking about? I think that's his name. That's the white guy that called that called his friend a nigga. Did somebody take this nigga upstairs? And he said that, oh, you know, he uses the word with his friends because that's their relationship and blah 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 blah. He said that with Michael Strahan, because Michael interviewed him. Okay. How do I feel about it? Listen, if it wasn't, here's what it is. Whoever sent that out ain't his friend. Okay? Because that there was a personal tape. That there was it was at night. It looked like they were all this, that, and the other, partying and this, that, and the other. And like he said, that's his relationship with his friend. Now, I told y'all, my former lover here was Caucasian. I should say Irish. That ain't it. That's not it. What? Oh Lord God. I almost said it. Wait a minute. Italian. That's what I'm trying to say. Italian white boy. Okay. And he was just in love with black culture and this, that, and the other. And he just felt that, he was cool and he was down. Now, because it was me and him, I let him express himself with me, not when he was around his friends, because I didn't play that. It was just me and him because this was our time. And I told him, listen, everybody ain't me, sweetie. So you can't get around my friends and think that you cool and go hang in. Okay. And it had got to the point where he would get around my friends and wanted to out-black us. And I know that's very stereotypical for me saying it that way, but he done got so inoculated in the culture to where now you sitting there trying to high five and dip and this, that, as if you trying to out-black the black folk. It was unnecessary. He was trying too hard to be accepted. And I told him, you don't have to, just be yourself, baby. Be you. Well, we broke up. And now I told y'all this story before. We broke up because this particular day he was having just a hell of a day. Everything he touched turned to shit. Okay. Hot shit. Summertime hot shit in a baby diaper that was been sitting in the trash in the hot heat. Yeah. That kind of shit. Okay. And the UPS driver had parked in his parking spot when we got home. And that's when he lost it. Okay, he lost it. He went to approach him, and you're not supposed to be parking here, blah, 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 da, 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 da. And they had this little back and forth, and the man was like, listen, I'm going to move in a minute. The package is heavy. He was going to the neighbor's house or this, that, and the other. And God damn it, this boy swings down and say, you stupid nigga. I was sitting in the car and I stayed there for a little minute because I said, okay. And he said it in that same venomous tone that we know white men to say it in when they want to get a reaction. That venom, that same hatred, he said it just like that. And I said, okay, I'm going to let the UPS guy get about 2 or 3 good licks in, and then I'm going to get out the car and I'm going to break it up. That's what I had in my head. But the UPS guy told him, he said, you forget, I know where you live. You don't know where I live with your tin can house. He said, if it wasn't for the fact that I make over $100,000 a year, I'll be whooping your ass right now. And so that's when I got out the car. And he said, I'll be damned. He said, this motherfucker calls me a nigga with a nigga in the car. That was 2008. And you see, I'm still quoting it like it was yesterday. And that was, that shook me. And when I got out the car, I was saying, listen, he didn't mean it like he said it, but let me handle it from here. Okay. And he looked at me and I said, I got it. Okay. And so they left. And that was the night that I broke up with him because, like I told him, I said, I should never, ever, ever want to hit anybody that I say that I love or I'm fucking. And right now, I want to whoop your ass so bad. My dick is steel. Rock hard steel. I want to kick your motherfucking ass so bad right now, I can't stand my own ass. And that was the day that we broke up. Yeah. So, all that to say, Mr. Man and his little personal moment, whoever sent that tape in to whoever sent that tape in so that folks can hear that, they're not his friend. They wanted to get paid. Okay. But again, you know, you hear folks say this all the time. You know, black folks get white folks passes. They get the pass. They get the pass. What Bill Maher, you know, everybody got mad at him when he said, I'm just a house nigga. Everybody got mad because he said that. I like, nigga, he talking about his own self. Why you mad? Because he called himself a house nigga. What was the problem? Oh, he said the word. He ain't got, and see, all that who can say the word, who can't say the word, y'all give white folk too much power with that. Because if you really want to fuck them up, they call you a nigga, call them a nigga lover. How about that? You want to see them turn colors? Okay. So be that as it may, that there, yeah. Because like I don't, you wasn't in here, Amy, when I had said earlier. I was talking about him to where right when this story broke, all his fans, they went out and made his song, his album #1. His album sold out. They went over and they made his album #1. Okay. Was it from a security camera? Was it whoever did it? Okay, whoever did it. They wasn't his friend. They were not his friend. Okay, because they knew who he was. If it was from a security camera, they knew who he was, as a celebrity, and they wanted to get paid. How about that? It's crazy. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let me go back to the comments. We need not cancel a genius. Kanye will stay because he's a master at control and not controlled by the industry. Okay. You know what? What it is that Kanye's kind of crazy is what fuels the industry. Okay. They need him so that they can still make money off of him. They're not gonna cancel him. They ain't gonna cancel him. Okay. Ruby's doing great. Thanks. She's growing so fast. Honey, they all do. It's in the food, baby. The food got these kids growing up like little weeds, child. They ain't children no more. Hey, good evening, Dejanay. Okay. Yes, that guy. Okay, that was the same guy. First of all, why these damn parents got their children watching and listening to adult programming? Seems to me some folks don't need to be parents. That part. What'd you say? Wow, Meach didn't know this. That was a powerful testimony. Bless your heart, baby. Yeah, that's the only boyfriend that I've had here since I've been living here. Now I've dated, but I wasn't exclusive with anybody. But that was the only boyfriend that I've had here. Okay, and we dated for 4 months, and after that, yeah, I had to. I had to. Okay. Ooh. Okay. That part. Yeah. I thought the tape was from security. Oh, okay. I guess I had my facts wrong. Maybe you're right. But whoever did it, I thought it was a friend. Wherever it was, that's what it was. But they made Morgan #1 or DaBaby. Morgan, baby. Morgan. Right after all this had hit with him, John, his album went to the charts. Them folks went out there and bought that album. Them country children went out there and bought that album to stand behind him. Yes, they did. And that's what was flooring. In fact, I believe that's what prompted ABC and Good Morning America to go and interview him, because they sent Michael Strahan to do the interview with him. Go look it up, y'all. It's in the archives. Okay. Yeah, I did hear something about the album store, and that's gross to me. Yes, child. Okay. Love you, brother. Got to get back to work. Okay, I love you right back, babe. We need to talk. Okay. But, I wasn't trying to stay on here this long. This was supposed to be just a short little Big Meach moment. But this is very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. So, yeah. Please, okay, please. It is real easy and carrying on. We are still in this pandemic, but just because I feel like I'm forced, I don't need y'all trying to come for me to tell me that I shouldn't feel this way or that I don't have public health in the forefront or any of that particular, because that's bullshit. What I'm saying is that I'm at a point now to where my options were taken away from me. Okay, if I wanted to wait until until next year, so I can feel comfortable about the science. You say trust the science, let me feel comfortable about trusting it. I don't want to sit down there and just give it because you spoon fed me. Ain't that what we say all the time? Don't just believe it because I said it. Let me look into it myself. Let me see the science. Let me see the data. Y'all keep saying we don't have the data and the data keeps changing, but you want me to trust the science. Okay. But now I've gotten to a point where, because my circle started to implode on me, I'm at a point where I had to say, okay, the best thing to do is to take this damn thing. So I took my first shot today. So just because I feel forced, fuck you for sitting up there trying to tell me that I'm wrong or get over it or whatever. Didn't nobody put no gun to your head? They wasn't going to put a gun to my goddamn head, but you don't understand why I feel forced, because I wanted to wait a minute beforehand so I can feel comfortable with information. But now, in 2 weeks, I'll be fully vaccinated. So again, the question that I pose to everybody, do you feel better now that I took a shot? Because we did it for the culture. All right. All right. Good to see you anyway. Miss your face. Mwah, I miss you right back, baby. Okay. So on that note, my darlings, I'm going to let you guys go ahead. I'm feeling great. I want to fry these pork chops, child, but it done got late. Oh, no, I really want it fried, but I really should bake them, right? I want a fried pork chop right about now. Damn. That sounds so good with some gravy and some rice and gravy and a biscuit was full of butter. Oh, and a vegetable. And I don't know which vegetable I want. I kind of feel the need for some string beans right about now, but I really want the julienne cut or some French cut string beans. Oh, yes, my God, with a little butter, a little garlic, a little salt and pepper, and then take some beef bouillon, or some beef, let them cook down in some beef or chicken stock and give it some fresh flavor. God bless America, honey. Oh, that sounds good. Now, my eyes are bigger than my stomach these days because I can't eat like I used to. Y'all know I had gastric surgery years and years ago, back in 2012. And now I've got to lose some of this weight because currently I am 375 pounds. At my heaviest, I was almost 500, but I want to get back to 290. So y'all see how much work we got to do, right? We got almost 100 pounds to lose. And I gained 60 pounds over 3 years when I was in school. These last 15 pounds then came over the last year for COVID. Okay. So now we got to get together. And I'm doing so much talking about it. I got to put some action to these words. So if you're in Atlanta, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get somebody to come over here because we have a workout facility in my complex that I could use for fucking free. I'm not going to pay no gym memberships or whatever. We need to sit down here and utilize the equipment that's here. Now, the sad thing is that I've been living in this complex for 13 years. And the only times I've gone in there was to look at the goddamn equipment, honey, to see what it is and possibly to use the bathroom when I was sitting over there washing my clothes. I've not even used not a equipment, not a treadmill, not a weight, not a jump rope, honey, not a nothing. But now if we can get somebody to come together and utilize the equipment that's already here, or hell, I can come to your place. Y'all to work out with. We need to utilize the stuff and do the thing, okay? So there is that. So I'm rambling right now, so let me let you guys go. And thank you for tuning in with me because this here has been just another Big Meach moment, honey. So on that, honey, we'll see you on the next go-round, honey. Be sure to tune in District T with Big Meach, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, Facebook and YouTube Live, 9 p.m. most of the time. Okay. And yeah, and then on Wednesdays, we're about to get ready to start doing the audio again. We're on Blog Talk Radio. I've been more so concentrating on the TV portion. I need to get back into the audio. So we got some new stuff coming down the pipeline. And yeah, so that there is that. Shout out to my co-host, Big Meach. I'm Big Meach, how about that? This is a Big Red. And also Aunt Nikki, that'll be joining me tomorrow on the program. Big Red has a new CD out. I'll go check out his new CD. And Aunt Nikki will be back with us soon. Y'all keep her in your prayers. You know, she had just lost her mom. And yeah, she's trying to get all that together. So that there is that. So on that note, honey, I will see you guys on the next go round. So ta-ta for now.